Well, from 10 furlong on the all-weather to a 9 furlong on the turf. And we've mentioned a few of these horses already. So again, I'll let you go first because I'm a gentleman.
This is a pretty hard handicap to work out, really. There's 80 to 90 with a benchmark of 95. So there's been a couple of 3, 4 horses at 5 actually that have got in over the benchmarks, which means they carry a bit more weight. And I've actually picked one of these horses that I feel ran decent races on turf when it was in England, and was brought out the other week by Doug Watson to run at Jebel Ali, and he ran well a bit behind Canaf. Canaf's been a pretty good horse to take form by nowadays, I would say.
Well, he was dropped £16.
Yes, I know, but he is a horse you can take form from. I think he'll run well, and also there's a couple of horses in this race that ran the mile behind Johar, which was of course Oasis Dancer, and also Antinori. So they're stepping back up, especially Antinori is a horse that's stepping back up to 1900, which he has won at. Quite interesting. Oasis Dancer, he should stay. He stayed the mile pretty well. So it'd be interesting if he does stay this further.
Yeah,
he has been sprinting him, hasn't he? And
he's been 5 furlongs. I mean, if you go back 4 or 5 races ago, he was running in the Jebel Ali sprint.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't work this out because I was discussing with Doug. He didn't know whether to go this race or the next race with this. They were going backwards and forwards. Obviously, Alan Dale made the decision.
Yeah.
And he's gone further. He did stay on well last time, but I wonder, because you can finish well over a mile.
Yeah.
Well, let's give you an example. When we first brought Kilt Rock, was finishing well over 7, never quite got 8, even though he was bred for 10. And I wonder whether this horse will stay on just a bit better. The horse that finished 3rd in that race, Antinori,
he's definitely a winner at 1900. So
he needed further, so he didn't quite have that turn of pace, did he, near the end?
No.
And the extra furlong does take some of your pace away from you, so it's a tricky one. But I think Jalal.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The race behind Canaf, I think you can throw out. His turf form was a lot better.
Yeah.
And he's bred for further.
He was beaten by the gold, not Chenosam, who's running later
in the
carnival, sorry. And that's a decent defeat.
And if you go back to when he last ran over a mile, which is just shy of this trip, he won very comfortably with Dane O'Neill on board. Dane, I'm not sure Dane had the choice, did he? Because isn't
Paul Hannigan's back, and he's gone with Mike de Kopp's Al Moonquist, who's was 5th behind Ducab, who's actually in the race,
as well,
who won last time at this course.
And if representation wins a race before, you've got to look at Ducab.
You have, definitely. Ducab's got a massive chance. A great booking again for Michael Barcelona, who knows the horse now obviously very, very well. He rode it last time to win, so you can't discount that horse at all. It went up about £7, that's the only thing, for its win. So just a little question mark there.
I think this is one of the toughest races to pick out. If Oasis Dancer finishes off, he's going to be very close.
Yeah.
If Jahal shows the type of form he did on turf in the UK, he's going to be very close. I don't think you could write off Antinori because over the extra trip it would probably suit him down to the ground and he'd be coming back at them again.
Certainly.
So you can't write him off. And he's getting Oasis Dancer was beaten a short head and has gone up £2. Antinori was beaten a quarter of a length, so about that much further, and he's getting a £2 pull.
Yeah.
That's also going to help. Although we all agree if Oasis Dancer had got out, he'd have won by 2.
Oasis Dancer didn't finish where it should have done, really, if it had been fair, if you put it that way.
Oh, horse racing is never fair.
Of course it is.
So come on, it's a tough race. I don't think this is a betting heat for me. Who would you be going with?
Number 2, Jalal.
Okay, I like Jalal as well, but I'm going to go with something different because you picked that. I'm going to go for Antinori because I think the extra furlong will probably really suit, and Oasis Dancer will win it.
The one in between,
yeah,
definitely.
Okay.
2 and 4, and with 3 winning.
2-4 with 3 winning. There you go. Decisive as ever.